Hello, good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you happen to be, good people. How far art thou, chat? You are beautiful as always. Remain undefeated. Raichu, hello. Thank you for being here. Legionist, great to see you. Grabthar's Hammer, Gravy D. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Awful. It's awful. Brady, it's awful.
You're full of it, Maza.
It's awful.
You're full of it. Speaking of, look who has decided to shuffle over from the Gold Coast of Australia and join us this evening.
Yeah, I heard she was talking about the Penguin, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. And then I just pushed my way into the show. I bullied myself.
He did. He bullied me straight up. I was so intimidated and so scared. I was shaking in my boots. Absolutely, guys. 100%. In his leather jacket and his glasses. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'll actually no, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
It's alright, I'm already hot as it is.
Keep that self-confidence, brother. Keep that self-confidence.
Mm.
But today we are actually going to try and stay on topic. We are actually going to have, I hope, what is going to be a good and chaotic discussion, because I have a feeling that he and I are going to land on two very different sides of this. So if you guys caught that thumbnail, it says Tulsa King versus the Penguin. And we're sort of sizing them up. And it isn't really a question of should you watch both. It's just which one should you watch first. And I think that Mr. CEO Maza, because apparently he thinks he owns this place now, and I are going to give you two very different answers. So first things first, I think fair is only fair, Maza. We play a little bit of each intro.
Yeah, I think because the intros, honestly, intros make both shows. Like it does something that a lot of shows today don't do. Like that intro just hits you and then you're addicted to both.
Absolutely.
Like you want to watch it more and more and more.
Yep. Yes. All right, here we go. We're going to start out with the Penguin.
Tough war on drugs. He and city police mafia crime figure Salvatore Maroni.
So there is going to be pausing and stopping in and out of here. But that's just because both of these companies are absolute dogs when it comes to this kind of stuff. But if you guys,
that music.
Yeah, if you guys haven't figured out which one we started with, if you watched the Batman, that music should be a killer giveaway. So yes, very much. They kept that same tone. They kept that same atmosphere, and it plays into the Penguin. The show picks up immediately where the movie left off.
Literally, boom.
Yeah, you are right in it at the start.
I have a theory about this part.
We interrupt election coverage now for some breaking news.
It's hilarious. It is hilarious. You have a theory, you said?
Yeah, I have a theory about that beginning part. So, you know how when you first watch it, you're thinking, oh, he's looking at Gotham because he sees an opportunity to take over the city now.
Uh-huh.
I think at that point in time, we're seeing the Penguin who's already taken over the city. I think that's actually a glimpse into the future. Because he's standing in that room, it's dark already. You know what I mean? He already kind of looks more like a mob boss. Like he does all the time look like a mob boss, honestly. But I just think they kind of did a little trick. I think that Penguin we saw already, like, you know, he's actually the Penguin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good theory.
News we are getting unconfirmed reports about a series of explosions along.
Okay, so see, now you're watching the news coverage of what the Batman's Riddler did. Now, Maza and I differ greatly on our opinion of the Batman. In fact, in light of the Penguin coming out, I will probably the Batman review that I never released. I will probably go ahead and release it. But there was very few things I liked about the Batman. One of the few things was Gotham. And that was really like that was kind of it for me as far as the Batman went. There wasn't enough Penguin in it, in my opinion. And I get it, he wasn't the main villain and he's not one of Batman's big two. I get it. But I don't know. What they did to the Riddler and just overall, I'm so like, I think there's a part in my review where I absolutely freak out because Batman turns over evidence to the police that was clearly left for him in that manner. You know what I mean? And then it's the scene in the apartment with the bat cage and he pulls out the carpet remover.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, he's the world's greatest. And everybody's just like, oh, it's year one. I'm like, no, Batman is not going to turn over a clue obviously left specifically for him to the freaking police. Like, it's just not going to happen. But I digress.
Yeah, I definitely liked it a lot more than you. I liked how they set up the police. This is actually true.
It is not true, and I will curb stomp you, disprove.
That is actually true. Yeah, so I like the police that they set up. I like Jim Gordon. I like the Penguin. So I like all that scene. I liked. I didn't mind Catwoman. Wasn't the best Catwoman, but
no.
it was like, it was okay. It was all right. So I like all the little things that they set up for the universe. I think that's why I like it a lot, because Riddler, like the main shit was shit. Like Riddler was awful, but it was all like the
main part of the movie was shit, but everything else outside of the main part of the movie,
fantastic.
Oh my gosh, you make terrible arguments, Mazza, and nobody should take you seriously.
The city
but yes, so this is like the news report covering it. You know what? That's actually. You might be spot on, Mazza. I can't believe I just said that.
I'm telling you right now, he's already won. This Penguin right here, he's won. That's him winning. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, we're gonna see this because next episode, my Monday, is last episode. 6 episodes, right? Am I wrong about that?
I thought it was
right now.
Let me see.
6 episode show, I think. I could be wrong. Because it was only meant to be like a mini series, if I'm
yeah. Oh my gosh, IMDb gave it an 8.8 out of 10. It should be higher. For some reason, I was thinking there were 8 episodes. Let me see.
8. Okay, my bad then. My bad.
Yeah, there's 8 episodes. Yeah. There's 8 episodes. So yeah, Top Hat and is episode 7, and Great or Little Thing is episode 8. And then Gold Summit is the one that airs on Sunday. So yeah, we get 8 episodes. And I'm all for it.
Episode 5 is the best episode.
No, honestly, out of the Penguin, I think episode 2 so far has
been... 2?
Episode 2. Yes.
Episode 1 is better than episode 2.
You think so?
Yeah. Episode 2 was like... Episode 1 was great, and then episode 2 was good. That's the best way I can explain
it. I thought episode 1 was great, and I thought episode 2 used episode 1 really, really well and was great on its own.
No, episode 3 was great on its own.
Episode 3 was great.
Episode 3.
All of the episodes have been great. Like, I'm just gonna...
episode 2 was good.
If I had to rank them for right now, it'd be 2, 3, 5, 1, 4.
And you'd be silly. Now, episode 3, episode 1, episode. Sorry. Yeah. All right. No. Yeah. Sorry. Episode 3 is number 1. Episode. Then episode. Episode.
You can't even keep your own list straight. See, I was decisive.
Episode 3 is better than Episode 3 is better though.
You are ridiculous.
Just like Jaws 3 is better than Jaws 1.
I know several people who will fight you on that, for sure, including me. But no, I think objectively, I think 5 is better than 1, and I think 2 is better than 3.
5? No, wait, 5. 5's the one we just got, right?
5's the one we just got. Yeah. Disbrew, don't try and... Did I do that to myself? Then I put 1/4 in the list. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do.
Disbrew. I've got her on the back ropes, so that's why.
Bruh, you couldn't even get 2 episode titles out. Raichu for $2 says, what are your guys' favorite Batman actor? You are the guest, Maz. I'll let you go first.
I'm not telling you.
Why? Is it that bad? Do I need to stage an intervention?
No, that's my private business. Why would I tell a stranger? Favorite Batman actor. Just being cheeky. Favorite Batman actor. Probably what's his name? The one that did The Dark Knight. I forget his name.
Christian Bale?
Yeah, other than The Rock, like Disbrew says, yeah, Christian Bale.
What did Disbrew say? I'm not paying attention. Maz's favorite Batman is The Rock. The Rock was Black Adam.
No, it's Batman.
You are both ridiculous. So I think that the most accurate Bruce Wayne / Batman portrayal that we've ever gotten was actually Ben Affleck. I think he was the most... Calm down, Maza. Most comic book accurate was definitely Affleck. And I don't know, something about Ben Affleck was just... there was so much there that should have happened that didn't, and it just breaks my freaking heart. And then the fact that James Gunn was like, yeah, no, you're done, bye. That
was the only good decision he ever made. Ben Affleck, too damn old to be playing Batman as of right now. If you want to start a new universe, maybe if the universe was already set up, I'd be like, yeah, he's cooking. But
this is why you're not. This is why you're not a multimillionaire. This right here is why you're not a multimillionaire. You make stupid decisions and make dumbass comments off those stupid decisions.
No,
but my favorite Batman, I'm gonna get so much shit for this. Okay. Now, please understand, fine, don't understand. I will just be straight. This is called Nostalgic Nirvana. There is a ton of nostalgia involved in this decision. And I think that it's so it doesn't say live action. It doesn't say
come on, that's cheating.
It doesn't say
mine's Kevin then, okay?
Kevin Conroy?
Yeah, that's it. Kevin, yeah.
You don't even know his name. How can he be your favorite? You don't even know his name.
Because I respect the art more than the artist.
You respect art? Like that's the most that's the most unbelievable thing about that sentence. But I would gosh, it's so hard for me too because I know about the cheesy camp and I know that they're just like, but I really I still love Batman and Robin. I do. It's cheesy. It's great. But okay, even with so you have to admit with the Batman's
I ain't admitting nothing.
The Batman's got here is the thing. Tim Burton, as insane as he is, Michael Keaton, Batman Returns, and then we didn't get it with Batman Forever, but it came back in Batman and Robin. Gotham was an actual character. Like the city had a personality. It would chew you up and spit you out and eat you alive. You didn't really get that in the Dark Knight trilogy. Like Gotham could have been it could have been Manhattan, it could have been Vegas, it could have been New York, it could have been, and I know New York and Manhattan are right next to each other, but it could have been LA, it could have been any major city in the world. You know what I mean? There was not really a personality behind it. It didn't feel like a character. Yep. Tim Burton's Gotham genuinely felt like a character. It was zany. It was over the top. There was like it was colorful, but you could tell that it was hiding like this sinister stuff underneath it. Does that make sense? Yep. And so I think that Tim Burton did an exceptional job with interpreting Gotham itself. I don't care for Matt Reeves's complete, like his in the Batman. That was one of the few things I liked was Gotham. You had like this Gothic architecture and these really old buildings, and they just sort of put the screens over them. Like they just sort of the new world just sort of they built on top of old Gotham. But old Gotham, the rot, the decay, the crime, the disease, the hard knock life was still there, just hiding underneath that facade of like neon screens. So I thought it did well. I didn't think it reached the same levels as Tim Burton's Gotham. But what, Mazza? You look like you want to say something.
I'm just gonna let you talk.
You seem genuinely upset, right?
I'm just gonna let you talk.
Okay. And so it's really, I really enjoy it. The Tim Burton Gotham, I do. When it comes to the Penguin, I thought that Tim Burton's Danny DeVito as the Penguin was fantastic. I was really curious how Colin Farrell was gonna handle Penguin. Does that make sense? Like how he would portray him. And I have to say, I didn't think I would like this Penguin near as much, let alone more, than Danny DeVito's Penguin. Because, you know, that's the Penguin I grew up with. But I think Colin Farrell actually, like, blows Danny DeVito's out of the water. I don't know.
I'm not good with the actors' names, but this Penguin here is the best Penguin we've gotten ever. Like the Penguin we're seeing right now. I'm not really good with. Yeah.
This is Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not good with. I always forget actors' names. But yeah, this is the best live action. I don't know about cartoon. I'd have to like watch it all again and really think about it. And have to like read the comics again. But honestly, this is the best live action Penguin we've gotten. Now, I hate Batman and Robin. Maybe it's because one of my favorite villains is Dr. Freeze.
Oh, yeah.
And what they did to my boy, I'll never forgive them.
It was so, that movie is so much camp and so much insanity, and it's so much fun. Like, it's like an 80s action flick threw up on a
You call that fun? I call that torture.
I call it fun. Especially
Jaws 3 is better than this. What the hell is this?
Take that back.
Jaws 3 is more fun than Batman and Robin. I'm calling it.
Lies and deceit. But no, I think so. we'll get back to. By the way, like, did you notice what these spell out?
No. I didn't even spell it out. Something.
It's a B. That's a A. That's a T. That's a M. That's a A. That's a N.
I say shit.
You're blind, Masa. I can't make it any bigger. Like, go rewatch the intro and pause on the birds.
I still can't see shit.
It spells out Batman.
Nah.
Yeah. But yes, I would have to like Adam West is obviously iconic. He's great, but Kevin Conroy is just there is no equal. Honestly, I love Michael Keaton. I even really liked Val Kilmer's. Obviously, Christian Bale did great in his trilogy. It was much more grounded. I don't care for Vampire Sparkle Boy as the vampire, or as the Batman.
I think the next one he'll be actually good because I think what actually messed him up was actually the writing for him, for actual Batman itself. Not
DC seems to have that problem a lot.
Not his actual acting, because we know he can do probably a really good Bruce Wayne because he was all right in Wolf of Wall Street, right? He was that. He wasn't.
I keep forgetting he was in that.
He wasn't like a big part of it. He's very big, forgettable. But we know he can play that business billionaire character, right? And you make it just a little bit more. You get him watching some of the old cartoons. You get him watching some of the movies. I do think he could nail it, right? Instead of little goth boy bitch, you give him a chance. So I do think the second one he will be a lot better.
He looks like a goth boy bitch. That's the problem. He looks like one.
Nah, maybe. Nah.
I think so. I did not care for him at all as the Batman.
Really? Not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit. I
thought a little bit of his detective stuff when he was figuring out some of
He was a shit detective. What are you talking about?
Not the whole time. Not the whole time. No, not the whole time.
If he was worth two shits, then Alfred wouldn't have gotten his shit pushed in by the bomb. All right.
Yes, that's true, but no. Before there was like, you tell her, yeah, I am. There was sometimes when he was cooking with some of those riddles. Now at the beginning, he was just like, boom, and getting it straight away. Like the cop would be like, oh fuck.
Being able to answer a riddle is not detective work. That's critical thinking.
Yeah, but they're on a crime scene.
My 6th grade classroom does those. My God.
The Riddlers.
The Riddler was a joke, and Sparkle Vampire Boy cannot. He doesn't have a detective. He can't. He's an awful detective. Like if you were like, don't have like.
But how about the
Dark Knight's coming to save you? You're fucked.
How about the part when the cop's got the bomb around his neck and he's doing the detective work there? That was pretty cool. Like with the phone, and he's got it happens during the day, and then they have to wait for the night because they're waiting for Batman and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool detective work. You know the part I'm talking about so he crashes in, they're at the funeral. He crashes through, and then he makes the driver have to sit because he's got the bomb around, and then he calls it on the phone and stuff. That was cool. Detective work.
No, that wasn't.
Actually. Yes, it was.
It really wasn't. You can.
Yes, it was.
No, because you can literally. What the frick is the name of that show? It was an episode on the show. Not Castle. It was some. It was some freaking procedural, and the guy's like, all I did was answer the call, and then he gets like, he gets vaporized. And then when they're like, what does it mean? Like, what does that mean? Like that whole bit with the bomb collar or whatever, they took bits of it from Speed and they took bits of it from the other procedurals, and then they just put it in Gotham. That's all it was. They made it better. No, they didn't. There's Speed is, oh my God. The Batman
Speed is shit.
Speed is amazing. The Batman is nowhere near as good as Speed. You lost
did it better.
Mind.
Team Moza. See, look at chat. Team Moza. But yeah, no. I disagree.
You can disagree. You're still wrong.
I'm right. No. That was a good scene. Are you wild?
You're insane. You're saying the Batman is better than Speed. You've lost
Speed.
the plot. You've lost it.
Fuck Speed. The hell? The only Speed I knew. The only Speed I know is I Show Speed. But listen.
What?
Okay,
I Show Speed? What?
I Show Speed, yes. That's funny as shit. No, that scene was fucking fantastic.
No, it wasn't.
That scene was fantastic. Yes, it was.
Your bar is so low.
Dude, your bar is so low. What the hell?
You're shitting me right now.
Dude, you don't even have a bar, okay, buddy?
I will curb stomp you on my bar.
You have no curb. All right, now listen. That scene was fantastic. The only scene that I liked of him being Bruce Wayne was actually okay, no, sorry, those are two scenes I actually liked him as Bruce Wayne. Him actually at the funeral, and then him talking to his butler. I'm forgetting his name.
Alfred?
Alfred, yes.
How the fuck are you gonna sit here and say that you enjoyed the show and you can't remember the character's name?
Dude, names, I'm awful. Like I'm a piece of shit.
It's Alfred Pennyworth. How do you forget Alfred?
Dude, I'm a piece of shit. I don't remember your name. I'm a straight up piece of shit. I don't remember people's names.
You don't remember the name of the help. You think you're too good for him. That's what Mazza just said. He thinks that you were all peons and plebs, and he's too good for you.
Don't need your name.
The fuck, bruh. I'll write you for another $2. Oh, sorry, Legionist. Write you for another $2. Says Lady G is right. Boom. He put money on it. Lady G is right. Speed destroys the Batman. Good God.
Which one's Speed again?
Are you kidding? It's Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
Who the hell is Keanu Reeves?
I'm gonna put my foot through your chest. Through the chest. All the way through.
Like take a fucking xenomorph. Okay, you know what? One thing we can all agree on then. Alien Romulus better than both.
Are you drunk? Like, honestly, are you drunk?
Only thing I'm drunk on is orange cordial.
I don't know what that means. It sounds like some strange Australian drink that's probably laced with some kind of spider venom alcohol.
No alcohol. It's I think you guys call it Kool-Aid.
Oh, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. That explains so much. You are drunk. You are drunk on the stupid.
I think. You mix it with water. You like, yeah.
Yes, it's color flavored powder that you mix with
water.
It's
not powder, but it's kind of similar. It's more like ours is more like an actual liquid. Yeah. Weird. I'll have to show you.
Weird. That is bizarre for so many reasons. But yes, I can't. What Speed? It's Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. And they're trying to.
Isn't he in Sonic? The new Sonic.
I refuse to be baited by your obvious trolling. You absolute criminal. Go find Jesus. Quickly, ASAP. Your soul needs saving. Like yesterday. All right. 34 seconds. Okay, so we're still at the intro.
Lives of hundreds of injured victims.
Yeah.
This is so the Batman. The way the Batman ends, so he's up on this roof. This isn't the end, but the Batman was up on this roof helping survivors.
Devastating explosions took out.
This is literally the end. That's the mayor, I believe, right? That was the chick that was running for mayor.
Yep.
Yeah. See, this is what. That's why this here is making me think he's already. That's why I'm thinking he's rethinking all these events, like how he got here. You know what I mean? And the whole TV show is actually him rethinking it of what happened, how he got here. And I believe that's why I believe this is actually the future Penguin. You know what I mean? This is actually the Penguin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would.
But the first time you watch it, you think it's him looking over the city, ready to take over it, and that's why it's cool as well. But rewatching it, you're like, oh my god, hang on, yeah. So the first time or second time, it's
especially after episode 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a week since the terrorist known as the...
see, look how they massacred my boy. Look what they did to him.
Looks fine.
You're insane.
Riddler blew up Gotham's seawall, and as the death toll...
So now this is really interesting because it's not...
since the terrorist known as the Riddler
it's not actually making like a commentary on any modern day stuff. It's just so bizarre that like the hurricanes hit America as this was like coming out, and this was part of it. Like the devastation, the government not being able to like respond well enough or fast enough. People are starving, people are drowning, people are displaced. And then we get into some classist shit, which makes sense because of course Bruce Wayne is a billionaire.
Yeah, okay, one thing the show is funny, it kind of proves how the Riddler was actually a hypocrite. Because it goes to like it's showing you how it only hit the poor people, and his whole speech was
let's
fuck up the rich.
Yeah, fuck up the rich, basically. So
suburbs have been
see, and then
right here, it's like, dude, you did the opposite of what you were meant to do.
Yep,
you were meant to fuck up these houses, not the fucking people that you
are literally they're living like hand to mouth, paycheck to 3 days before their next paycheck. Absolutely. But yeah, it's fascinating like how all of this stuff. And here's the thing, you don't get hit over the head with it. This is just the introduction, setting the scene, what's happening, how people are feeling, because you've got to imagine, I mean, like these people are displaced, they're out of their home. Now they're seeing that the rich folks are fine and they're the ones suffering after they helped. A lot of them were like bought into what the Riddler was selling and how it was going to just affect like the elite and the wealthy, and it was going to clean Gotham of all of the filth. And it turns out that either the Riddler was talking about them or he was a complete moron, and all he did was hurt the people that he was claiming to try and empower and uplift. So it's
but
really
there's still people on Cope later on you'll see who believe in his message still, and it's just like holy shit. And the thing is, it does what Avengers tried to do after Endgame, where they tried to show you the aftermath of everything as well. This does such a better job at showing you the fuck up, like how people are now running the streets, how people are cleaning, how people are actually making it worse because they're taking advantage of it and stuff like that for their crimes and all that. And like Lady G was saying earlier, this show and it does such a good job at actually making Gotham its own character. Like it feels more like Gotham is the main character than almost even the Penguin himself at times.
Yeah. The city is definitely alive for sure.
Gotham's poorest neighborhoods that have...
And then look at like the poor areas just get wiped out.
Hit the hardest, especially in Crown Point.
Looting and rioting have become the norm.
With
the scarcity.
One thing
Okay, so if you guys, I know that the Batman came out a while ago. If you've not rewatched it, Mazza, I believe you rewatched it, yes?
Yep.
I also rewatched it. I hated it less because of the Penguin, but I still hate it. Like when the Penguin is what's making your Batman movie, we have a problem.
Looting and rioting have become the norm, combined with the scarcity of illicit.
So, you guys remember drops?
Yeah.
Like that's the drug. It's highly addictive. And it's almost impossible to kick. But now because of the seawall breaking, so they're getting into this because Penguin is of course part of the mob who are running
the drugs.
The drugs.
The drops. And you later you're finding out what happened to all that and how more people are buying it because they're depressed and they're trying to escape more as well. It's so good.
Yes, they handled it exceptionally well.
The drugs, an increase in gang warfare. The city has
because a lot of them, instead of trying to fix their lives, they just turn to doing more drops. So yeah,
and then a lot of the events out of the Batman, Carmine Falcone assassinated. That has a huge plays. I mean, in the first, what is it, Mazza? First 8 minutes of this episode.
Oh, bro,
this is huge.
Yeah,
it is the catalyst for the rest of this story.
Because now you're finding out who's going to take over the family, and then you're finding out other mobs are kind of like, hey, he was the head. Is it our turn to try and do something?
That's why. So you heard earlier, mob warfare is at an all-time high. It's because Carmine Falcone is dead, and so now it's assumed his son's going to take over. But you find out his son is an addict and wants and loves to party and stuff like that. And so he's not really. Those are not qualities of a leader of a multi-million-dollar gangster operation, mob operation.
Yeah, he's addicted to what he sells.
Yeah,
that's not good.
He's literally addicted to his own supply.
Outside the Iceberg Lounge has complicated.
So outside the Iceberg Lounge,
creating a power vacuum in Gotham's underworld.
So right there, created a power vacuum in Gotham's underworld.
Rumors are swirling that Carmine's son, Alberto Falcone, is set to take his father's place.
So here's the wild thing about Gotham. It's very much based on Chicago back in the day when mobsters ran it. Because everybody knows these guys are dirty. Remember, that is where basically the phrase got coined. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Everybody knows these guys are dirty, but they literally have no proof because everybody has either been killed, blackmailed, or paid off. That's how they handle it. So there is nothing to do because they will make the problem disappear.
Despite his public struggles with alcohol.
So see, they say public struggles with alcohol.
Insiders worry about their future within the Falcone organization and wonder what will become of Gotham's most notorious family.
So, that's your intro to Penguin season 1.
Yeah, that's just the start.
Nailed it.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
So much in you're not getting beaten over the head with anything, and it's a very classic exposition method where they use the newscast, but they do it so well. It's done so well that you get pulled in. Man, this is we're in, we're going. There is no. There isn't a. It's not it's not a flashback to when the Penguin was a kid and his toy gets broken and that sets him on a path of, revenge and anger and resentment or something like that. No, we are straight into here is the state of things. Here are the players, and let's go.
Yeah, it's okay, you get to find out the aftermath of the Batman.
Yeah.
This is what happened. This is what happens after the Batman. It's just fantastic.
It pulls
so
it pulls zero punches.
Yeah.
Now I will say the Penguin is not it's definitely not a CW superhero show. That's for sure.
Way better. Way fucking better.
So good.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen the Penguin, I thought it was gonna be shit. I was like,
everybody did. I was not expecting to like it. I hated the Batman. I was fully prepared to hate the Penguin. And and the thing is, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, but it's not happening. I'm holy shit, they may have actually written an exceptional season of television. They might actually have done it.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I think that Warner Brothers can't get out of their own way. and replacing Matt Reeves with James Gunn was a
That was
mistake.
an L. Yeah, no, that was
Big
an L.
I also think that when you announce that Superman, that Henry Cavill is coming back as Superman, Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman, and Gal Gadot is coming back as Wonder Woman, but especially like the Henry Cavill news, I know that a ton of people were crushed because they were waiting for like him to get his uplifting Batman. And the fact that he's not going to get it,
Yep.
like
that
pissed, that made a lot of people in the DC fandom legitimately hate James Gunn. Like they were pissed.
Yeah, I just don't see why.
I was like, man, I just want good, just give me good Superman, good Bat. Like, just give me good superhero movies. I'm not asking for a lot. Like, just do right by them and stop with this subversive anti-hero. Your hero is actually not perfect, and Superman's not that great. BS. I'm sick of the dark, cringy, grounded stuff when it comes to heroes. It fits with the Penguin because that's what he is. He's a mobster.
Yep. Because that's what it should be. And real quick topic. If you're afraid that they were gonna make the Penguin like you know like an anti-hero type of figure, don't worry about that. He is a villain. He is a villain. Absolutely. They do not make him a pussy. They don't make him saving people and all this. He will do whatever is best for him. That is it. And I fucking love it. Like, he will just do what is best for him.
Yep. And that, I mean, he does that. Episode 1, he freaking, he burns the world down for him, like for himself.
Yep. Literally.
Burns the world
down. The guy
laughed
at him.
Yeah. Burns it down for himself. And then it's only after when he's like, man, like it's not even, he's not pissed that he did it. He's pissed that he has to clean it up.
Yep.
That's what he's pissed about. So that was that was the intro to the Penguin. Now, full disclosure, Tulsa King is on season 2. It is so good. But we're gonna compare the series premiere, season 1, episode 1 opening. There are some similarities. Both of these shows they're mobster shows. They're both mobster shows. For sure. Absolutely. The Penguin is most definitely it is a mobster show first, and it is a comic book superhero villain second, for sure. So Tulsa King is obviously, this is an original work by Taylor Sheridan, same guy who did Yellowstone. And it just knocks it out of the park every time. And this one's got Sly Stallone. So we're going to look at the intro for this one real quick.
This is USP Canaan, a federal prison in northern Pennsylvania. Definitely not a great choice for a destination wedding.
The dark humor makes me chuckle.
Yeah, this one's more of a comedy a bit more than the Penguin as well. This
one is a lot. It is still dark, but it's got a lot of dark humor in it. Because for those of you that don't know, Stallone's character did not snitch. That's why he is in a federal penitentiary for decades.
In hellholes like this for the last 25 years. And to keep what's left of my brain from deteriorating, I read some very good literature and wrote some very bad poems and tried to avoid getting shanked for a second
time. Can confirm, very good books.
I bet you didn't read them.
I remember when I was 7.
You're absolutely correct. I did not go and waste 4 years of my life at university, nor was I ever a book nerd in high school where I read all that stuff, especially not Faust. Definitely not.
Hey, listen, I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying you didn't read the books.
Yep, absolutely.
What I want it to be. What I like to
Definitely never read To Kill a Mockingbird in high school.
Or the Hunger Games. Don't forget the Hunger Games.
I've never read the Hunger Games. I
Told
will
you.
happily admit I've never
Told you.
read or watched. That's not true. The Ballad, what was that called? I was visiting. It was the meetup in Wisconsin, and it was X-Ray. Yeah, Wisconsin is a state. X-Ray and Mrs. Nerdrotic took me to see Lucy Gray and Snow. It's the chick who's about to play Snow White. What was that movie called? Ballad of something. But that is apparently a Hunger Games prequel. I had no idea what was going on. So it was really funny because we got to the end of the movie and it got done. And they were like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "So is Snow supposed to be like the big bad guy?" And they were like, "Oh, that's right. You have no idea what's going on." I was like, "Zero." and then they tried to explain it to me. And it's not my bag. I had fun with them and I would go back with them again in a heartbeat.
She didn't. She's lying.
But yes, thank you, Legionist. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It was a weird show. It was very over the top, very dramatic. Lots of weirdness in there. But yeah, so outside of that, which I was drugged to against my will by X-Ray and Mrs. Nerdrotic, but it was girls' day and I had fun with them, so that's all that matters. Outside of that, I've never watched a Hunger Games movie, nor have I read the books. Why would I when I can just Battle Royale exists, which is the same thing but better. I just
Minecraft Hunger Games. Yeah.
You're insane.
I get it.
You're a barber like him. I left.
Look at the beard on them.
I wanted to be a successful gangster.
I wanted to be a successful gangster.
In retrospect, I asked myself if what I chose was worth 25 years of my life. The answer is no. Not 25 seconds.
So, 25 years, he never snitched. And he absolutely hates himself for it. But
yeah,
because he wanted to be a successful gang, like this was his world. And loyalty means something to him.
They have a code because it's the mob, right? And the mob treats it more like a family than say just a random gang, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you're just a gang member, you get paid, you fuck off to your home, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mob's more family based, and all that, right? And most of them are actually blood, right? Most of the time.
Yeah.
Very few people actually get paid to come in, right? And so that's why he didn't snitch, right? But,
he's like, was it worth it? Nah.
I married this life.
He didn't see his kid grow up. He didn't get all that.
If it married me back.
So I married this life. Now I'm gonna go see if I'm gonna basically am I gonna get what I'm owed, essentially, right? Because he's owed a shit ton. He didn't say a word, and he could have turned this organization inside out and upside down, right? He never did. Never once did he. Hi, Mike. How are you? You'd pay Mazda to what?
Ew. Get him out of here. Ban him. Put him in the bin.
I love you, Mike.
That dog. No, you don't.
I do. No.
Mm-hmm. She hates you, and it's okay to hate Mike.
No, never.
Chat. We hate Mike. Okay, yeah.
You're insane. All right. So now he's like, all right, now I'm going to see if it married me back, right? So he walks out of prison, right? Driving. Now, this part is hello, you too. This part is really interesting because imagine it's been 25 years. So he went in. So season 1 dropped last year. So he would have gone in 1998, right? So 1998 he went in. He missed like the smartphone, the cell phone, social media, all this stuff that's happened in the entirety of the 2000s. He has missed it all.
Yeah, it's wild.
And now
and
he's
he was
like
already like he's. You don't remember they're basing it off his real age too, which is really cool and interesting how they're doing that. So instead of just trying to cut him out as a 50-year-old right now, they're making him he's still like 70, right? In the show still. I found that really cool and interesting because before he goes to prison, he's still an old fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still old, so he was still, even if he did live through that, he'd still be a boomer, right?
Yep.
And so I do really like that. And the thing is that makes it like he'd be like, oh my god, a 7-year-old doing this. But the thing is, he's actually 70, so he's actually acting you know what I mean? So
absolutely. Yeah. And so now he's adjusting to his whole world because now everything is digital and electronic. Before he went in, it was all analog and manual. Now everything is automatic and digital.
Yeah.
So he's like looking around. The bike is like this part. This was done so well because he's literally a man out of time. Does that make sense? And so here's an electric bike. She's not pedaling, but it's moving. So the bike is moving itself, and he's looking around, right?
Oh,
the skyscrapers
too.
Yeah.
He'd be like, what the fuck? Like, get
right? The
like
sky, none of these buildings, these older ones, like they were here. This stuff wasn't here. So the skyline has changed, right? He's looking around. You've got look at all of this. Soul Cycle classes. You've got electronic kiosks. You've got an electronic hot dog stand. Like, imagine never seeing anything like this. Like, you went into prison, and when you come out, you're in the same city, in the same state that you lived for 50 years, and you come out, and it's a different world. This show did such a good job on this intro. It pulls you in because you're like seeing it through his eyes, and you're like, holy shit, yeah, like he wouldn't know what a kiosk, like what the electronic kiosk is for. He wouldn't know about Soul Cycle. He wouldn't know about the yoga craze, the yoga pants, all of the like. Right when he went in '98,
he looks disgusted there.
Like, he does.
Fuck?
Like, think about it. When he went in, most girls were still wearing like skirts or like overalls and like blouse, like, you know what I mean? Leggings were not a thing. You wore them underneath stuff. You didn't wear them as just a thing. You've got electronic scooters. Like, he's like trying to take it all in. The Apple Store.
Yeah.
Like, get supercharged, and now you've got people right here with their
the VR.
Yeah, the VR experience and stuff. Like,
that's funny. I always love to see all people's reactions to VR.
He's just like, nah, man. Right? So now he's.
Because right now we're also in New York, by the way.
Yes,
right now
we're in New York.
Yep.
What about scores? Right?
So
there's a party, right? Long Island. What?
So now he's like, why are we going to Long Island? Right? So the operation has moved. So he's gotten out after 25 years. He never talked. He never rolled over. Right? And now he was expecting a big welcome home party in his hometown at his pub or at his bar, you know, like their old, like at Scores, their old spot. He's like, there's a party there for me getting out, right? And the driver's like, no, Long Island. So like this one, it's much more subtle than the Penguin, but it hits just as heavy because you're seeing all of this stuff and he's processing it at the same rate that we're witnessing it. So you can actually see like what he's going through and what he's thinking. It's wild.
You're already seeing him go, holy fuck. Are they
Mhm.
betraying? Like you can already see a little bit heartbroken, right? Like I want to
Yep.
celebrate that. Like what the hell? That's what we always celebrate.
Yeah, and he's like, Long Island.
Why? They gave me an address.
Okay, so driver's like, I'm taking you to an address. And he's like, all right, well, then let's go see what this is about, right? And so now he's leaving New York City, and now he's in Long Island. A tax haven for the criminals. Okay? So pulls up to big fancy house. This is usually not a good thing. Like if you go to a mobster's house and they shut you in, usually not a good thing. That's why his face got like that. I love the intro too, like how they juxtapose stuff. But now, no. Taylor Sheridan, he's knocked it out of the park with a lot of this. So now,
you know the closest show I can relate this to? Remember the early seasons of Sons of Anarchy? Like early seasons, not later seasons.
Maybe, yeah. I could see that comparison for sure. Hubby loves Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy is so good,
especially at the beginning.
First couple seasons are really good.
Yeah. So he's looking around at all this wealth. There's nobody here to greet him.
Yeah, nobody, after 25 years. Imagine
25 years.
No, like anything from them. Like that's wild. 25 years of something he didn't do and all that. It's just like, okay, well, fuck. 25 years.
Yep. So there's no reception. There's no barbecue. There's not even like a barbecue. There's nothing.
I know. Like, what the fuck? It's like, dude, you'd be giving this man the best feast of his damn life.
Right? 25 years he spent protecting your family, your secrets, your business, and you can't give the man an ounce of respect. It gets so bad here in a second. So like he's looking at it's golden. It's not silverware. It's goldware. Like obviously they're doing okay, right?
Yeah.
So they're doing okay. They're like, "Hey, he's ready for you." So he walks in expecting to see. He walks in and he is expecting a certain rank structure. And let's just say that that's not what happens. Right? So he's trying to look good, gets his stuff together.
He's all here. There he is. Nice place you got here. How you doing, Chicky?
He's better than me, Uncle Dwight. Remember Vince?
I do.
All right. So now these two hot rods think that they're in charge, by the way. That's why they're looking at him with their eyebrows up and stuff like that. Down their noses.
At the head of the table.
That ain't the head, that's the ass.
Witty. Nico, man, you guys gotta stand behind me.
Watching the door, buddy, that's all.
Well, you could...
So
he doesn't.
He knows something's wrong. And he's like, okay, why are you behind me? What's going on? Where's the party? Why aren't we at Scores? What's happening? And we're not going to go too much further than this. Hopefully you guys are a little bit curious. Obviously, it's called Tulsa King. He ends up elsewhere, obviously. But the crazy thing about this show is that it's entirely believable. And all of even with all of the changes and all of the technology, his business sense and his skill set still like blows it out of the water. Like he is more than capable. Like he basically walks into Tulsa and takes over within a day. like a day. It's wild. Now, if you think that Maza and I are just blowing smoke up your keister, if you think that we're just hyping these up because, I don't know, Maza's not really a clout chaser. What would you chase? Failure? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Wow. But this isn't just us. So the Samba TV ratings from last week are insane. So the Penguin, the brand new show, is number 1 for the 4th week in a row. 4th week in a row. It's on its 5th episode. 4th week in a row, it is number 1. And then you come here, Tulsa King season 2 is at number 7. And it's losing. So this is how you know women are disturbed. The Mendez brothers story, it's taking up spot 2 and 6. This is like a fad thing. Like, I don't know why women are so obsessed with the Mendez brothers. It concerns me. Bad Boys Ride or Die, that just dropped on digital, and it's on Netflix, doesn't surprise. Like, look at Netflix dominates the charts. It dominates them. Tulsa King is the only thing Paramount Plus has going for it. It should really it should really pull its head out of its own butt. Nobody Wants This. It got a lot of lip service last week, but then it just, as far as I can tell, it's fallen off a cliff. We'll know more when the Samba results come out late tomorrow. But yeah. And then I've never heard of this show, Outer Banks. But yeah, you've got Tulsa King season 2 and the Penguin season 1 coming in the top 7 of all shows.
Which is weird because they're not getting talked about.
They're not. That's
the thing. It's like they're being watched, but they're not being talked about, which is
not
weird.
At all. There's not. It's like silent hype around them. It's very weird because normally when shows are this good, now I think the Penguin, with some of the people I've talked to, I think they've gone a little overboard. Like, I get it. It's an exceptional show. It's better than anything the CW ever crapped out. But I think I definitely don't think it's the next Sopranos. I definitely see the influence from the Sopranos. But again,
I haven't watched it, so I can't compare. But the Penguin season 1 so far better than House of Dragons season 2.
Yeah, I buy it. I'll believe that. I've not watched it, so
I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, but the fact that Tulsa King season 2 and the Penguin season 1, who both have really modest budgets, especially when you compare it to something like House of the Dragon or Rings of Power or Wheel of Time, like, these budgets are insanely modest. And they are just absolutely kicking the shit out of these big time like huge heavy hitter television series or films. Like, it's wild what these guys have been able to do, and it's because they're writing a consistently good show. Like, they're turning up, they're doing the work, and they're making it good. So this isn't just Maza and I like blowing smoke up your ass. It is legitimately great.
Especially if you haven't gotten to Tulsa King, because there's 2 seasons, and season 2's kept up. It's not like it dropped.
No, it did not drop at all. And
you have
so,
a lot of good television to watch. Catch up.
Yes, absolutely. And so, we're gonna wrap up here in about 10-15 minutes, but which Which one would you say they should start with? Should they start with
the Penguin's better than Tulsa King? Tulsa King is fantastic.
Oh,
listen,
shit.
It is good, not great. It is good, not great. The Penguin
Tulsa King
is great.
Exceptional. Tulsa King is exceptional.
It is good, not great. It is good. It is good when you're eating chicken nuggets and French fries and dipping them in barbecue sauce and watching the show. But it is not great. Whereas the Penguin, you don't even have to be eating food to really enjoy it.
You're fucking insane, bruh.
The Tulsa
you don't
King
need to be
is good,
eating food
not
to
great.
enjoy Tulsa King. What the hell are you talking about? You are hot.
It is better with food.
Put the Kool-Aid down, Maza. Put it down.
No, I'm telling you right now, the Penguin is great and Tulsa King is good. It is good, not great. Some would even say very good, but not on that great pedestal just yet. It could get there with season 2. It could get there, but
it already went there.
If you are comparing the Penguin and Tulsa King, they ain't even on the same league. The Penguin is 10 times the show.
Lies and deceit. Tulsa King is way better because Tulsa King does not have an identity crisis. It knows what it is. The Penguin is still somewhat trying to be a Batman show. Tulsa King does not have that problem. You're high. Put the Kool-Aid down.
No. There's certain parts where the comedic part, you can kind of tell the comedic part is a little too much sometimes with Tulsa King. King Penguin. That's what we're going to start calling it, King Penguin, instead of the Penguin, King Penguin. Yeah, King Penguin, greater than Tulsa
Disbrew,
King.
you've never been here. You don't know anything about
No one wants to go to Tulsa.
Nobody wants to go to Gotham.
Everyone wants to go to Gotham. We're going to go see Batman. We're going to get Batman's autograph. It's going to be lit.
Just go to Metropolis. He's over there enough.
No, we're going to Gotham. But, all right, yes. So I think you should watch the Batman, then watch the Penguin first, and then watch Tulsa King. Because Tulsa King...
I disagree.
Honestly, you know what I was using the Tulsa King for? Because it was already out and just streaming. Anytime I had a hot meal, I'd just be like, yep, let's turn on Tulsa King. Instead of like going through YouTube. It is the best show for if you have a meal and you can't like game or you can't do anything else. It is the best show for that.
You're fucking ridiculous and insane. Okay? Tulsa King is exceptional television. You should definitely start watching Tulsa King.
It is good television.
And then go watch The Penguin. And here's the other thing. You should not have to watch a 2-hour-plus movie.
Too bad you have to.
You should not have to actually understand. Now, granted, they did enough in the opening credit. Like, you can pretty much figure out what's going on. But you shouldn't have to watch a movie to understand a show.
Too bad. Watch the movie. It's not as bad as this one says it is. It's good. And no, it is. No. Sorry. Okay. It's okay. So it's not good, but it's okay. It's okay. You'll be like, okay.
No.
It's not. It's like fantastic. It's not. It's like okay. You'll be like, all right, I'll watch that, and then you'll watch the Penguin.
Disbrew, you're great. Disbrew, are you drunk? What are you talking about? Penguin, it directly picks up from where the movie left off. Like, the devastation, the issue, the contamination with the drops, the entire reason why Carmine Falcone got assassinated. Yeah, those are all pretty big things in the show. You have...
Honestly, the show tells you enough. You don't have to watch the Batman. You can watch the intro. I think that intro tells you enough.
It gives you the bare minimum, yes. But I am still saying that Disbrew's high because the events in the Penguin are directly...
Man, that's like saying Jaws 2 is better than 3.
But why do you want your teeth kicked in? I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. I am confused at your lack of self-preservation. It's baffling to me that you have no survival skills or sense.
I'm telling you right now, the world around Penguin, the side characters, everything is better in the Penguin.
I vehemently disagree. I think Tulsa King is the Penguin is good, but Tulsa King just hits harder.
Tulsa King is good and Penguin is great.
You drink Kool-Aid, so I don't know why anybody should listen to you.
Do you not drink cordial?
I don't even know what you just said, but no, I don't drink
Cordial.
Kool-Aid. No, I don't drink that.
Good.
And I didn't even drink it. I didn't drink Kool-Aid as a kid either. Okay.
Drink water.
I saw through the communist bullshit lies long ago. I happen to
flavored
know
water.
why you don't need flavor in your water. Just drink
It's
the
orange
water.
now. No, I want it to be orange.
Why? So that
Because
you can
tastes
can
nice.
stain your teeth and stunt your growth and destroy your kidneys. If
Yes.
that's your goal, congratulations. Freaking
Listen.
A. Put the Kool-Aid down.
Chat, pink lemonade. Dude, pink lemonade slaps. But listen.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
telling you right now.
Just drink water.
No. I'm telling you, the penguin. Oh, you get to all right, one quick little spoiler. You get to see his little foot. And I was like, ugh. That was disgusting.
Oh yeah, his club. What? The very first episode, I think you see it
Mm-hmm.
when he's changing socks after that long night. We're trying really hard. Like, guys, seriously, go watch both of these shows. We're trying.
We might
so
have to do
hard.
a spoiler discussion.
Yeah, like
on like an episode
for sure because
catch up.
It's so good, guys. You really need to go and watch them. Watch both of them for sure. Because there's so much that happens, but if we say too much, you'll spoil what you don't exactly. It'll ruin. There's a lot of like even that next scene coming up in Tulsa King, it comes out of left field. You're like, holy shit, what? Mm-hmm. So trying really hard not to
fucking fantastic.
Like ruin that for you guys. You should really, really go check them out.
Actually, that's one thing both shows do really well. It's like that little part that we watched, like that intro of Tulsa King. It was like, and both they sort of they let you get used to like the universe type of thing, right?
Yes.
He through like Penguin, you're seeing it not through his eyes, but you're seeing it through the news. Whereas Tulsa King, you're seeing it through him, right? Like the evolution of and what he and that. So that's two different ways of like showing you the universe that they're in, right?
Yep.
But with no spoilers, when they get into it, it's just bam, 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 bam. Yes. And you're like, holy fuck. And then boom, boom, like you're like, holy fuck. Like, it's so good. It's just, yeah. No, it reminds me, like actual, good television. Like,
oh my gosh. Remember when we used to have good television? It seems like forever ago. My God. But yeah, so obviously Mazza and I differ. I think you should start with Tulsa King.
She hasn't had enough Kool-Aid today.
Oh, I don't drink Kool-Aid, especially not orange Kool-Aid. My gosh, why would you want to drink something that looks like?
No, mine's cordial. Mine's not a powder. I don't know what your powder is. I'm gonna have to send you a photo.
So there's powder, and then we've got the liquid.
Type in on Google, cordial. I don't know how to spell it. I'll be honest. I don't know how to spell it.
Cordial.
And if we can't find the bottle that I have, I'm just gonna go grab it.
Water flavor.
It's like
Okay. Yeah, so this is just the liquid version of the powder. Like we have this too, but they come in like little mini containers of it.
What do you have against bloody cordial then? What the hell?
Kool-Aid is disgusting.
No, cordial's really good though. Like the one we get. Dude,
no.
Cordial's so good. Dude, this motherfucker's
it's diabetes in a bottle.
But that's America! I thought you liked that fucking shit. You guys are like deep frying Oreos, y'all deep frying everything. That can't be more diabetic than fucking your deep fried Oreos.
You're confusing obese America with like normal everyday Americans. We don't deep fry everything. We don't.
Yes, you do.
We don't pour.
Dude, I found that you guys deep fry water, okay? When I found out you guys deep fry water, that was the last straw. That was the last straw. I did a food ban on America.
Not my fault. Mwah, love you, Blabs.
Hi.
Hi and good night. Don't worry, we're headed out here in just a minute. No, I drink water.
Yes, we do, brother.
I drink water and milk.
Your chat just snitched on you. Mike just snitched on you. Yes, we do, brother.
What? Deep fry? Hey, bro, maybe you do. Maybe you and the I know plenty of people that deep fry
Chat
everything.
snitched.
I'm not one of them. I don't do that shit.
Chat
I
snitched,
can't.
bro.
So like here's the thing. I was not raised on like fried foods. And so if I eat we went to, oh gosh, I forget the name of the carnival, but we went to a carnival and they had everything. And hubby's like, why don't you go ahead and try this deep fried fudge dipped Oreo? And I was like, I don't know. Cause like I like sweets, but if it's too sweet and it hurts my teeth, then I get turned off forever. So
Really?
I took a bite out of this $7 freaking dollars. Out of this $7, it was just.
What do you think of
Deep fried foods bother me because like
I think
$7 for that, and then just to have my teeth hurt and then my stomach turn over on itself wasn't good. It wasn't a good time. I don't like deep fried food. Like I like deep fried turkey at Thanksgiving. My grandpa does that, but like I'm just
wait, deep fried turkey. I never heard of that.
Yes, I did. Exactly, Faye. Like my whole stomach came up. It was the nastiest. The experience. There's so much oil and there's so
build
much
up to
grease.
it.
I can't.
That's how you jumped into the deep end. You gotta start out with little diabetes and then get to the big diabetes.
Yeah, deep fried food has never.
Okay,
it's never like
you're American.
To me.
When I think of Americans, I think you guys call it corn dogs. It's a hot dog thing.
I don't like corn dogs.
Okay.
I don't like corn dogs. I hate Skittles, Disbrew. I actually love.
Start off with some Skittles.
I hate Skittles. I actually hate Skittles, but like I don't know what it is. Like I can have some deep fried food, but like corn dogs, I don't know why I dislike I'm the kid that pulls the batter off of the hot dog and it's literally just a hot dog on a stick. Like I'm just eating a hot dog on a stick. I don't eat the batter that they deep fry it in.
And chat, this is why. You should watch the Penguin first.
Mr. T94 knows what I'm talking about. Corn dogs are garbage and Skittles are shit. We can't compare food. What do you mean? Why? Because you like Skittles?
See, ours is Australian food and British food. Like,
bro, don't talk to me about British food. They have beans on toast, okay? Okay.
Hey, listen. Hey, don't even diss the beans on toast, bro. All right. Our food, like, you guys have sugar in your bread. I found out. Like, you guys actually have put a lot of sugar in bread.
Oh, there's a shit ton of sugar in bread. That's one of the reasons America is so fat.
We don't have sugar at all. Like unless like sugar you have to put in, right? Like not added sugar, right? So when I found out, like when I was looking in on, like, fuck, I'd be like, I'm fat now, but fuck.
No, yeah, I have friends from when I was in the court, but like even in college, I made some friends, whatever. They're from abroad. I have a few friends from South Korea, and they'd eat the same things. Like they didn't really change. They didn't change their diet. They didn't go crazy or whatever. They ate the same stuff here, and they gained 40 pounds in like 5 months.
Yeah, you guys had a lot.
There's so many additives, and it's just freaking wild. But that will be another stream for another time. Because as you guys know, my wonderful, lovely chat, whom I absolutely appreciate and adore from the very bottom of my soul, we try to keep this between an hour and 15, an hour and 45, and we're coming up on an hour 20. So we're kind of hitting that sweet spot, and I don't want this to drag on too much longer. But I told Mazza, like, there's no way we're even gonna get past episode 1 of these shows because they were both so solid, and they had a lot of similarities, but they're also very different. They're both mobster gangster shows, but their delivery is so unique, and they're executed so well. The way that they're delivered, it's just fantastic. So you won't be disappointed with these at all, I promise. But Maza, since you are the guest, go ahead. Where can they find you, good sir?
So I'm gonna be live in 55 minutes, trying out the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6, right? So yeah, one sec. I had the link here before, but of course, technology does technology shit.
Oh,
the joys of technology.
Every time.
But yeah, I'm trying to hit that magical 500. I'm currently at 381. So if you can go subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, dogs. And go watch The Penguin. And maybe watch Tulsa King. Maybe.
Definitely watch Tulsa King. Definitely watch Tulsa King and watch it first.
No, watch both. They're really good.
Maza, as always, wonderful to see you. Great talking. Great hanging out. Great talking. Even though you're wrong, it's still a good time. But also, Lord Gravemaster says hi, Maza.
Dude, that's literally my king. All right.
Chat, you are amazing. You are undefeated. I love, appreciate, and adore you from the bottom of my heart. You guys, literally, the fact that you are willing to spend your very precious time hanging out with like a dumbass like me and a fucking knucklehead like Maza.
I'm not a knucklehead. I'm a gentleman.
See?
CEO.
Denial.
CEO. It's in the name.
But it's amazing. You guys remain undefeated and always will. The pleasure is for sure mine. Raichu, thank you for the generous super chats this evening. I really appreciate it. And guys, just for hanging out, I just absolutely 100% appreciate and adore you guys. So as always, go check out Maza later tonight. Link is in the chat. He'll be live in like just under an hour over there. It's gonna be great. So definitely go check him out. Help him hit that magic 500. 500. But as always, God bless, Godspeed, and thank you so much. I will talk to you later.
And shout out